Have you ever opened your fridge and thought, everything in here is keeping me healthy? What if I told you that some of the most common foods inside foods you trust, foods you love, might actually be harming you, especially if you're over 60? Hi there, I'm Dr. James, and today we're diving into a surprisingly dangerous topic, the hidden health risks that could be lurking right inside your refrigerator. You see, every year nearly 48 million Americans fall ill due to foodborne illnesses, and more than 3,000 of them don't survive, many of them seniors. This isn't just about spoiled leftovers or expired milk. The real danger, it's the healthy-looking items we store the wrong way. According to the CDC, older adults face a much higher risk of food poisoning due to weakened immune systems. But what if I told you that you could lower this risk significantly just by knowing which foods should never ever be refrigerated? In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through 3 everyday foods. Yes, things you probably have in your fridge right now that could be silently sabotaging your health. You'll learn why they're dangerous, what they do to your body when stored incorrectly, and how you can fix it today. This knowledge could literally save your life or the life of someone you love. So grab a notepad, maybe peek at your fridge for a second, and stay with me until the end. And hey, before we jump in, I'd love to know where you're watching from. Drop your city or country in the comments. I'm always amazed by how far our community reaches. If you're ready to take control of your health and protect your body with smart science-backed choices, let's begin. Food 1. Peanut butter. The comfort that might be hurting you. For many older adults, peanut butter is more than a spread. It's a nostalgic comfort, a reminder of childhood lunches, afternoon snacks, and a trusted source of protein in the pantry. But here's the twist: keeping your peanut butter in the fridge might be turning this comforting staple into something quietly harmful. When refrigerated peanut butter changes, its texture hardens, the oils solidify, and it becomes stiff and difficult to spread. That might not seem like a big deal at first, but if you're someone dealing with arthritis, reduced grip strength, or joint pain, this simple change can turn breakfast into a frustrating and even painful task. But the real problem lies beneath the surface. Peanut butter is rich in monounsaturated fats, the good fats that support heart health and cholesterol balance. However, when repeatedly exposed to cold and then brought back to room temperature, these fats begin to oxidize. Oxidation can lead to inflammation, something older adults should avoid at all costs, as it contributes to heart disease, joint pain, and even cognitive decline. And that's not all. Cold temperatures can degrade key nutrients like vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant essential for brain function and cell protection. For aging adults, every spoonful of peanut butter is an opportunity to nourish the body, but when stored improperly, it can quietly do the opposite. You might not notice it right away. The flavor stays the same, the smell is familiar. But over time, your body pays the price. There's also something deeply emotional about this. Food isn't just fuel, it's a part of our identity, our routine, our joy. When something as simple as spreading peanut butter becomes a struggle, it chips away at that comfort. And that matters. The fix: store your peanut butter in a cool, dry pantry, away from direct sunlight or heat. Keep the lid tightly sealed to preserve freshness. This way, you protect both the nutritional integrity and the daily ritual that brings joy and stability to your life. Still with me? Great. Because if peanut butter, so familiar and innocent, can carry risks, wait until you hear about our next item. Food 2. Onions. The quiet offender in your crisper drawer. Onions. Humble, reliable, and the base of countless home-cooked meals. From hearty stews to comforting soups, onions bring warmth and depth to our dishes. For many seniors, cooking with onions isn't just about nutrition, it's about connection, tradition, and love. But storing onions in the refrigerator, that's where the trouble begins. Whole onions are meant to be stored in dry, well-ventilated environments, not in the cold, damp atmosphere of your fridge. When placed in such an environment, their papery skin begins to absorb moisture. The layers soften, the texture becomes mushy, and the flavor dulls. But beyond the culinary disappointment, there's a real health risk at play here. Mold and bacteria thrive in humid conditions. And while younger people may fight off minor exposure with ease, the immune systems of older adults can struggle. Even onions stored in containers once cut can become breeding grounds for harmful microbes, leading to digestive issues or worse. You may not see it, you may not smell it, but inside that mushy onion could be colonies of bacteria your body isn't equipped to handle anymore. Now let's talk about something onions actually do right, until we ruin it. They're rich in quercetin, a flavonoid known for its powerful anti-inflammatory effects. Quercetin supports joint health, reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease, and may even help slow cognitive decline. But here's the bad news: cold temperatures accelerate the breakdown of this compound. That means the onion you thought was helping your arthritis or heart might not be offering any of those benefits if it's been sitting in the fridge. And then there's the emotional layer. Ever opened your fridge and caught a strange sour smell, only to find it's your onions gone bad? That moment doesn't just waste food, it damages your trust in your kitchen. It creates frustration. And for seniors, where food is both medicine and memory, these moments are more significant than they seem. So what's the solution? Keep onions in a mesh bag or basket in a cool, dark pantry. Avoid plastic containers that trap moisture, and once an onion is cut, wrap it tightly and use it within a couple of days, or better yet, cook it right away. Now, before we move to the last item, if you're finding this information helpful, please hit that like button and drop a 1 in the comments to let me know you're with me. Your feedback helps shape future videos that can make a real difference. Let's move on to one more pantry staple that almost everyone refrigerates but absolutely shouldn't. So yes, onions, when stored properly, can be a powerhouse of flavor and health. But even the mighty onion fades in comparison to what we're about to uncover next. This time, we're talking about something far more familiar, even comforting. A fruit so common, so gentle, so deeply woven into our daily lives that most of us don't give it a second thought. And yet, when stored the wrong way, its nutritional power begins to vanish quietly and invisibly. You've likely eaten one today, but did you store it the right way? Let's talk about bananas. There's something incredibly reassuring about bananas. They're soft, sweet, and easy to digest. They're often among the first fruits we learn to eat as children, and they stay with us throughout life, especially in our later years. For many older adults, bananas aren't just convenient. They're a lifeline, offering quick energy, potassium, and a sense of comfort in every bite. But sadly, a simple, well-meaning act, putting a banana in the refrigerator, can quietly strip away everything that makes this fruit such a powerful ally to the aging body. At first glance, refrigerating bananas might seem harmless. After all, the worst that happens is the skin turns brown, right? Well, not quite. What you're actually seeing is a response known as cold injury. Bananas are tropical fruits. They were never designed to handle the chill of your refrigerator, and when exposed to low temperatures, their internal chemistry shifts dramatically. The ripening enzymes that convert starches into natural sugars, they shut down. The result? A banana that looks ripe on the outside but tastes bland, chalky, and stiff on the inside. It may appear fine, but the flavor is dulled, the texture is off, and the satisfaction is gone. But the damage doesn't stop there. When bananas are chilled, their levels of dopamine and catechins, two important antioxidants, begin to degrade. These compounds play vital roles in reducing inflammation, supporting brain function, and maintaining emotional balance. For seniors, this isn't just a nice bonus, it's a crucial defense against cognitive decline and oxidative stress. And once those nutrients begin to break down due to cold exposure, the loss is quiet, but permanent. You can't bring them back. So what are you left with? A fruit that once helped protect your nervous system, cardiovascular health, and mental clarity, now reduced to a shadow of its former self. Bland, mushy, depleted. Even worse, an overripe banana kept in the fridge can start to collect moisture just beneath the peel, particularly around the stem. That moisture creates a perfect breeding ground for mold. It's subtle, often invisible at first glance, but it poses a serious risk, especially for older adults with compromised immunity. Now think about that for a moment. A fruit you've trusted for decades, a snack that seems so innocent, quietly working against your health because it was stored in the wrong place. It's not just about nutrients. It's about trust. In this phase of life when every bite matters and every food choice is meant to support strength, clarity, and vitality, even something as familiar as a banana can let you down if misunderstood. Thankfully, the answer is simple and natural, just like the banana itself. Store bananas at room temperature in an open basket or hung on a hook where air can circulate freely. Keep them away from direct sunlight or other fruits that speed up ripening like apples. If they begin to over-ripen, don't throw them in the fridge. Instead, peel and freeze them for use in smoothies or baking. This way you preserve their benefits without compromising their quality. The key is respecting the fruit's nature and your body's needs. We've now seen how small mistakes in storing everyday foods like onions and bananas can slowly chip away at your well-being. But what about the other side of the coin? What about the foods that must be refrigerated, or they become dangerous in ways most people never expect? Let's keep going because the next few examples could literally protect your life. If you found this information helpful so far, please comment the number 1 below to let me know you're still with me. Now let's move on to the next essential item, cooked meats and leftovers, foods that can nourish or harm depending entirely on how we treat them. What if I told you that the quietest threat to your health might be sitting right in your refrigerator, not because of what's in it, but because of how you use it? For older adults, every food choice, every storage habit matters more than ever, and the tiniest mistake, it can echo through the body in ways we don't always see until it's too late. As we age, the systems that once silently protected us begin to slow down. Our stomach acid becomes less acidic, making it harder to break down and neutralize harmful bacteria. Our immune responses aren't as sharp or fast, and our tolerance for bacterial threats, especially from spoiled food, is drastically reduced. What might cause nothing more than a mild stomach upset for someone younger could lead to days of agony, hospitalization, or worse for someone in their later years. And nowhere is this more true than with dairy. Dairy products, milk, cheese, yogurt may look harmless sitting on your kitchen counter, but left out even for a short while, their chemical composition begins to shift. Invisible to the eye, bacteria begin to multiply in silence. There's no warning sign, no foul smell, no suspicious texture, just danger, quiet, multiplying, and potentially devastating. You don't just lose the creamy taste or comforting texture, you invite trouble in. Digestive distress, flare-ups in joints already suffering from arthritis and systemic inflammation that can touch the heart, the gut, even the brain. For those living with cardiovascular conditions or irritable bowel issues, spoiled dairy can be the tipping point. The body already managing so much begins to unravel, and the price of this small oversight, it's high. Dehydration from vomiting or diarrhea, joint pain that lingers like an unwelcome guest, fatigue that clings no matter how much you rest. This isn't just spoiled food. It's stolen vitality, robbed peace, unnecessary suffering, all from a simple mistake made in the kitchen. But here's the good news. This problem has a powerful and simple solution. Always refrigerate dairy products immediately after use. Keep your fridge temperature at or below 40 degrees Celsius. Store your dairy in airtight containers, and always respect expiration dates. Those little numbers on packaging aren't suggestions, they're safeguards. Never gamble with your gut, especially not now. Because the older we get, the longer it takes to recover, and the higher the cost of every setback. But what if I told you the danger isn't just spoilage? There's another loss just as silent, just as serious, when we fail to properly store a different kind of food. A food many seniors depend on every single day for strength, clarity, and protection. It's not meat, it's not dairy, it's something so common we often overlook it entirely. Let's talk about leafy greens. Spinach, kale, romaine, arugula. These are more than salad fillers. They're nutritional powerhouses, especially for aging bodies. A handful of spinach in your morning omelet, a fresh, crisp salad at lunch, a side of sautéed kale for dinner. These humble leaves are packed with folate, vitamin K, calcium, and antioxidants that support everything from memory to mood, bone strength, to heart function. But here's the challenge. They're as fragile as they are powerful. Unlike hardy root vegetables that can survive a little neglect, leafy greens start to lose their vitality the moment they're harvested. Left at room temperature for even a short time, they wilt, discolor, and more importantly, begin to break down at a cellular level. The nutrients that make them so valuable to older adults begin to fade. Folate, that supports cognition, vitamin K for bones, and blood lutein for eye health, all gone in a matter of hours, if stored improperly. And when moisture collects in plastic bags or on your countertop, these soft leaves become the perfect host for bacteria. A few soggy spots may not look dangerous, but they can harbor harmful pathogens like E. coli and listeria. Both have been linked to serious foodborne illness outbreaks, and both are far more threatening to seniors. Here's the real danger: this isn't just a soggy salad. It's a missed opportunity to protect your health. It's a lost chance to nourish your body at a time when every nutrient counts. But again, the solution is within reach. Store your greens in the crisper drawer of your fridge. Wrap them gently in a paper towel to absorb excess moisture. Place them in breathable bags or containers, not sealed plastic that traps dampness. And use them while they're fresh, not just to avoid waste, but to preserve their full potential. As we wrap up this chapter, one question lingers: how many of our kitchen habits are guided by understanding, and how many by habit? Because the truth is, your refrigerator can be a friend or a quiet foe. Not all foods belong inside it. Some, like bananas and onions, lose their nutrition in the cold. Others, like dairy and greens, demand refrigeration to remain safe and potent. These aren't just habits, they're choices. Choices that shape your energy, your digestion, your immunity, even the way your medications work. And as we grow older, the stakes of those choices get higher. But here's the beautiful part: it's never too late to change. A fridge rearranged, a reminder taped to the door, a habit shifted just slightly toward intention. These are the small, quiet ways we reclaim our power. So here's what I encourage you to do this week: just one thing. Label your leftovers, move your onions to a dry shelf, check your fridge temp, share this insight with someone you love. Because wisdom isn't just what we carry, it's what we pass on. Your body is speaking to you. Through the aches, the energy dips, the digestive murmurs. It's asking for care, not perfection, for attention, not fear. So take care of your food, and it will take care of you. If this resonated with you, please leave a comment below with the number 1. And if you're ready to keep learning how to live longer, stronger, and better, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay wise, stay well, and stay curious.